So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and this is a new one of this series I've been running of how the pros play. So this is Captain Cat, who is an extremely good player. I think he must be a reroll. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Mr. Cat, but 7,000 games. Excuse me, 7,000 games, 52% win rate. So I don't know, maybe not, maybe not. Anyway, he is driving the Sherman Jumbo, the tier 6 American medium tank, and he's got a pretty good record in that. It's 58%, and you can see on his barrel he has 2 stars of 2 marks of excellence already. He's also personalised this tank. He's got Fireball written on the side, and the looks like the New Zealand flag. So I'm guessing he's a New Zealander, and I'm guessing he likes this vehicle to keep playing it and get 2 marks on it. So we're on Lakeside, the map that I think everyone plays the worst of any map in the game, and as usual the case in an encounter, half the team goes to the Valley of Doom for no apparent reason. Oh, there's a first victim, aiming in, bang! So he's using the 105mm howitzer. That thing is an absolute beast when it's firing at lower tier tanks, or even some of the top tier tanks. And especially at the moment he must be having a field day, because there's all the Swedish tanks in the game having had their branch just come out in the last patch, and of course they've got 0 armor, which is kind of the perfect scenario for something like this, carrying a dirt gun. So the Jumbo's a good tank. He's obviously also using the stock turret, which is actually better in terms of armor than the upgraded one by quite a lot. I can't remember the exact numbers, but you lose a bit on view range, but you gain considerably in protection. Now he loaded heat there, fired at the Cheeto, but managed to bounce and took 2 shots in return, lost his gunner, had to use his large first aid kit, which makes it expensive. He's changed back to HE, which is probably what he should have used anyway. And there's a tree gone down directly in front of him, and there's a Type 58. He fired at him, but because he's behind a wall, that did no damage at all. Of course, HE does not go through terrain, so solid terrain like, or things like walls will actually pre-detonate the shell, whereas AP would go through there. But he doesn't carry any AP because this is the dirt gun. So there you go, he's hit the wall again. I think that was deliberate, just to clear the wall out the way. 58's pulled forward again, but he wasn't quite exposing enough of his turret there to put a shot in. The Jumbo does have armor, so when he's angled like this, that shell had very little chance of penning him. Not from the front. He's moving forward again. He's trying to help his team. You can see the enemy are poking around the edge of the oh, fight on the move, not a good thing to do in the dirt. You can see the enemy are pushing around the church and overwhelming his friendly team there, and he really wants to get up and get involved. It's 2 to 6, 2 to 7 against his team. Nice shot into the Type, didn't pen him but did a nice bit of damage. And he's well angled. The Type shouldn't really be fighting it out here. He's got no chance of beating a Jumbo in this kind of exchange, really. Needs to use his mobility. Oh, and then he hit the post. You see, he hit the post of the fence there, or whatever that feature is. And there you go. Finally, his shell drooped a fair bit, but took him out. So it's 4 to 10. His team's in real trouble. There's the Cheeto. Again, it hit the fence. Can't use HE in this kind of scenario. Now the fence is gone, he can now shine lows. He bounced the shots from the OI experimental. He's going to finish him off next. Left him on 52 health. Trying again. Doesn't really need to aim too much, just has to hit the centre of mass of that tank. Once it doesn't hit the gun, that's about the only thing that would save the Japanese super heavy. Nice shot into the Cheeto. Again, angling doesn't really matter, he's going to do damage to that thing. And the Cheeto's down, so the team's pulled it back slightly. It's 6 to 11. The guys who went down the Valley of Doom have all died, so that was a good game for them. Well played. There is the Churchill, managed to put one round into his sort of back drive wheel, immobilizes him there, does it again. Churchill just can't move, and he can't pen Captain Cat at this angle. just going to keep shooting his tracks off. And this is just, when you've been in the scenario like this Churchill is, it's just a horrible thing, because there's nothing you can do about it. You're just stuck. You either haven't got a repair kit or you've used it, and you're just waiting to die. And Captain Cat is happy to oblige, takes the 433 damage off him. Just about finished them off in time to turn around and face the enemy team that's coming down the valley. And if you notice, it's now him against 2, 4, 6, 7 enemy tanks. So yeah, this could be a challenging scenario for him. He's done 1700 damage. He's blocked 1900 already himself. Most of those because he was well angled against tanks firing into his front. Panzer IV wafted his shot, obviously didn't want to hang around. Nice ram as well, unlucky not to finish him off. 37 health. He's loaded heat, I'm not quite sure why. Didn't need that. Oh, and there's one of the... Oh, Swedish tank, you're in trouble now, Bush. Yeah, one-shotted him. Swedish tank with no armour against a Jumbo with a derp. I think he fired heat there as well, so yeah, that was never going to end well for the poor old Swedish thing. So, a bit more tricky. This is supposedly a heavy tank. It's not really, but it's got a very good gun. And there's another very good gun tank, and he prioritises the Swedish TD and takes him down with a nice placed HE shell. He's now loading heat and putting that through the lower plate of the VK. VK's got a really quick firing and good gun, but he's got no armour, and he certainly doesn't against a heat shell like that. The Lago rams himself to death by the look of it. He's repaired just in kind to deal with this tier 3 Swedish tank. He does damage, but here we go, one shot. Don't know why I bothered with premium there. Didn't really need it, but he took him down. So it is 1 plays 1. The captain has been the general on this battlefield. He's up against, though, an OI who's no mug himself in this game, and I don't know that we know who he is. Could he be possibly AFK? It's possible. He's a good player, so it'd be surprising, but it doesn't appear that he's been spotted anywhere yet. He's got a very, very pokey gun, so if he hasn't, he could make a horrible mess of a really good game for Captain. And Captain obviously isn't prepared to take the chance. He's going to get into the primary sort of position to where you, yeah, he's saying okay AFK, OI AFK, sorry. So he's getting down here. This is generally the best place to cap out if you're looking to cap out in an encounter, or in round the corner in this cafe here. This is his teammates are being really helpful, saying dunno. Is he AFK? I would think the chances are he is. He's not been spotted, but he is a very good player, so if he is alive out there somewhere, so we'll just have to wait and see. So it appears that either the OI was AFK, or maybe was in the valley somewhere, and I don't know. He was speculating maybe his engine was taken out, but whatever. He caps out. GG, fantastic game. So Captain finished up actually with his 3rd mark of excellence in that tank from that game. Really, really nicely played game. A bit too much use of heat, I thought, at times, but you know, who am I to complain? He won the game, and he won it handsomely, and he was 1 against 7. He got the Ace Tanker, he got Hand of God, Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Shell Proof. He got the Pools Medal for destroying 10 or more enemy tanks. He got Calabanov's Medal for standing alone against 5 or more. He got Cool-Headed, Steel Wall, Invader, High Caliber, and Top Gun to round it off. What a collection. Finished up, unsurprisingly, top of his team, double what anybody else did on his team, pretty much double what anybody did on the enemy team. 10 kills, 3,500 damage, 1,766 base XP, and look at all those medals, just extraordinary. 31 shots fired, hit with 22 and damaged with 21. Even got 2 lots of splash damage to add insult to injury. He took 23 shots in return, only 5 of which penned him. 18 bounced for 2,300 bounced. He also took the entire cap down, as we saw, 55,700. He's also running personal reserves. Did use cola and also a lot of premium, so ended up just shy of 10,000 experience at the end of the game. Would have been 13,000 with a non-standard, non-premium account. Keep going on about standard. 2,600 experience. It was a really good result. Let's have a look at the enemy team. So let's have a look. The OI, yep, appears he was absent without leave. 0,0,0,0. He did nothing. So actually, he could have Captain could have got an 11th kill and a buttload more XP, but it was probably not worth the risk. I don't blame him. He was chatting before the game finished to his players about the fact that this might give him the 3rd mark of excellence. So he clearly didn't want to jeopardize that and jeopardize an extremely good game with a lot of medals. So he didn't know it was AFK. Nobody could tell him for sure. So anyway, great game, really good game. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like down below, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel, and I will bring you another one of these games probably next week sometime. It's nice to see how some of these really good results come about, and you know, hopefully you can learn something, as I do each time I look at the better players play, or people who know how to handle their tanks play. You can always learn. So anyway, enjoy your games, have fun. Remember, it is just a game. Try not to take it too seriously, and I'll see you again soon. Gamerdom out.